Pokemon Go is stealing all of your information. Well, maybe. I, like a lot of other people, have been a Pokemon fan for a while now. And since the 90s, I think I've moved on a little bit. I don't watch the anime anymore. I don't buy the Game Boy games. But I did have Red, Blue, and Yellow, and I did know all the names when that silhouette popped up. At least the first 150 Pokemon. So when this came out, I was interested. Pokemon Go. I mean, it had a really good idea. It has a really good idea. Implementation, not so good. It's all about that execution, isn't it? So the BuzzFeeds of the world are saying they're stealing your information. Niantic and Google, both say not so much. The execution part again comes into play. They have the opportunity to get a lot of information, but it doesn't seem like they actually could do it. So let's take a look around and kind of ignore the BuzzFeeds and look at actual good information. It is true, though, that Pokemon Go is a huge fucking hit. 7.5 million downloads, 5 million of which are on Android. So you can imagine there's a lot of money involved and a lot of press. That being said, I don't think we have much to worry about, because that puts even more pressure on these companies. So I thought I'd look around at a site that gets a little more deeper in their details. We went to GitHub. That's where, the legit people who look into this kind of API shit and apps hang out. This is what they do for fun. So looking into that, we come across Ari Rubinstein, or Rubenstein. Not sure how it's pronounced. At any rate, he's done a great job at putting together basically what the app is digging into, what it actually is poking for when you're running it. And what he says, and he does an excellent job of providing, say, actual fucking evidence besides, what BuzzFeed might give you, that it can dig a little bit into. The flow information doesn't seem to be what most of us would consider good. So the Niantic doesn't get its access directly from Gmail API, so it's not directly connecting to it and digging in. So that's good, which seems to be the biggest issue here that people are saying. Oh, it's going to use my email, it's going to send, it's going to dig in and steal my passwords or whatnot, and it doesn't do that. The app communicates with encrypted little blobs just like any other app. It's using this information to keep you logged in. It is going to know your location because you are using a location-based app. It's not much different than using Google Maps and being signed in at Google at the same time. They're getting all that information. So if you're willing to go through what you see on the screen now, accept all these different permissions, you should look into each one a little bit at least and understand that when it says it needs your location, yeah, it's going to use your location. Nothing too crazy here. Yes, it is over permitted. You are giving up too much information on this app. A lot, among with many other apps. The code is a little too much, but it appears that they're going to be changing it. So in the next few days, I imagine there's going to be some patches or an update of some sort, and it's gonna kind of change this sort of undocumented area that that's being brought up into the news. So keep an eye on that. Don't fucking freak out like all these news sites want you to. Relax, go play Pokemon Go, and just don't put so much fucking private information on the internet. That's your best defense, I suppose. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.